Hi everyone, I'm Yantolu. There is one school on this island that is certainly doing their part to contribute to a more sustainable Aruba. What happens on this school ground is pretty special and impressive. We are about to give you a close look into the Beautiful Sun Montessori School. There are green efforts throughout that both the teachers as well as students put into practice every single day. This means that young children are living and learning the fact that they have the ability to help protect our environment, and more importantly, they have the responsibility to do so as well. Beyond all of that, one of the most special things that this intimate school offers to these young children is the endless opportunity that they get to love nature, appreciate nature, and to find comfort in nature.
I feel like I found what I meant to be doing.
She can definitely say that again. Susanne is a Montessori teacher. Some may argue what she provides for the children attending Beautiful Sun goes beyond any standard classroom experience. Susanne grew up in Costa Rica. If you were to search what Costa Rica is known for, you'd find its natural wonders and rich biodiversity at the forefront. With the lush and abundant vegetation that the children get to explore in, you can see a small glimpse into Susanne's own upbringing in Costa Rica with her father as an agronomist.
I grew up climbing trees, picking fruit from trees, and nature became my place of comfort. And so it's very important to me as a person that the children that are in my care get to experience that as well. And I would like them to become citizens, global citizens who are responsible for their environment, and I think that will only happen if they learn to love nature when they're small. So we spend a lot of time outdoors, we have a lot of play periods outdoors, and we encourage the children to climb the trees, to pick the fruit, and to find comfort in nature.
Let's take a close look at how the program at Beautiful Sun Montessori helps children to learn to love and appreciate nature while finding comfort in it.
So in our property we have 17 different kinds of fruit trees. They all fruit at different times of the year, and so the children get to experience picking fruit right off the tree and eating it in the garden, which is one of their favorite things.
Guys, can you tell me what that is?
Pomegranate!
You love the fruit trees.
Yeah!
Why?
Because they're so yummy!
What did you guys just find?
Tamarind!
Can I see, Wes?
So it's not good. Here. I find one.
Noah, let me see. What is that?
A tamarindo.
So this is our tea and herb garden. We make afternoon tea. Actually, the children pick the herbs for afternoon tea every day. Usually it'll be a 3 or 4-year-old that will come with a small basket, and they'll harvest some of the herbs for fresh herbal tea that we drink together in the afternoons. So we have different kinds of mint, we have boldo, we have lemongrass, and we have lemon balm. And these are our herbs that we use in cooking. We have herbs and spinach that we use in our daily cooking. So we have basil, we make fresh pesto, we have oregano and green onions and garlic chives and spinach, like I mentioned, and rosemary, which all get used in our meals. On our first family event in November, on our family day, every family gets to choose a tree seed and plant it together. We find that they care more about the plant when they plant it together. And then we take care of it at school together with the children throughout the year. And on the last day of school in June, as their graduation present or as their summer vacation starting present, the children get to take their tree home. So this is a small effort towards reforestation in Aruba. We don't just take care of the children here, we also take care of the animals. And so we have a nectar feeder and a bird feeder that the children are responsible for filling every single day. And so you can hear the birds in the background. They've been feeding throughout the day, and our classroom windows are right here, so we get to observe the birds while they eat.
There's more. The garden is made up of natural and recycled materials. Surrounding the children every day are materials that are easy to procure, cost-effective, and they give a natural feel to the overall garden. While living and learning how to love the outdoors here at the Beautiful Sun Montessori School, the students also have the opportunity to participate in a number of different environmental measures. What's really important to recognize here is that young children between the ages 3 through 6 years old are not only exposed to these green efforts, but they are also doing it every single day. Here is Susanne to take us on a mini tour of all the small sustainable solutions that her school has to offer.
This is our community recycling hub. It's it's located outside of our school, and it's for the parents actually to be able to bring their recyclables and compostables to school. So we have a partnership with Plastic Beach Party, so parents can bring, for a small donation fee, they can bring their washed plastic to school. They can bring cans that get recycled at Daltra. They can bring their cardboard. And we also receive their glass bottles that are bottled in Aruba.
Why do you feel the need to involve the parents as well in this effort?
The children learn what they live, so if it's a part of their day, especially at this age group, if it's a part of their daily experience, if it's something that they just normally do, then we try to teach through modeling mostly, and so if it's just part of what they do normally, they learn it in a completely different way than if somebody is lecturing them about it.
Do you like learning about recycling?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it looks fun. Yeah. So we're actually. Oh, Dad! Oh, I see it. This is cardboard.
Yeah.
This is cardboard.
Yeah.
These are cardboard.
No, those are foam, so they go in the plastic.
And these are cardboard.
That's also plastic. This is a cardboard.
Ooh. I want to take it. There
You
we
want me
go.
to hold this for you, Emma?
Yeah.
Denzel, did you just learn between plastic and cardboard?
Yeah.
And here is something that's very special. You can see it over here. So these worms basically eat our compostable waste, some of it, and then what they poop is very rich organic fertilizer. The water in our roof collects at 2 corners and then runs off perfectly into this barrel. So when we know it's going to rain, we open up the barrel, it gets full of rainwater, we mix it with vermicompost, and that's what goes onto our plants. And so that's how we fertilize our plants. We're in the back of the school. This is our composting area. We have 4 large rotating composters. We really like these systems a lot. We've had them for 15 years. So all of our kitchen scraps and waste that is compostable goes in here. We collect it as we cook at school. We make all of our meals and snacks at school, so we always have vegetable peels or pieces of vegetables or things like that that instead of going into the garbage, they come to our composters. So if you come a little closer and have a look in here in a little bit, you'll be able to see the remnants of our pineapple that we had for dessert today. Some bits of salad, the top of the pineapple is in there. And so we mix our compostables with garden waste. So again, none of our garden waste goes into the trash cans outside. We mix it together with our compostables, and then it turns into very rich and wonderful compost that goes into our plants. The reason really why we have these and why we make the effort with the compost is because we don't want that waste to go to the landfill. We can use that waste. So at the end of the day, Katiuska, who works in the kitchen for us, goes out with a very minimal waste bag because all of the compostables got sorted, all of the recyclables got sorted out, so there's very little waste at the end of the day at our school. Another reason why I really like these rotating tumblers is because the drippings from the compost collect down here in these bottles and collect as what we know as compost tea. So this is very nutrient rich kind of water or a kind of sludgy stuff that when you open this it comes out, and we can also mix this with our rain barrels and fertilize our plants with it. We recycle gray water that's possible directly from the school. So this pipe is the water from the children's sink for washing their hands, and so we can reuse that water directly on our plants. A big way that we sidestep producing a lot of waste is by making our own meals at school. So we feed all the children in our program. We have a 5-week rotating menu, and we have a menu book, so we know always what we're going to make and how much we need to make of each thing. So knowing that in advance, we can purchase just the right amount and not produce a lot of waste. Because we're making the food here at school, it means that 26 children don't need to bring lunch boxes with a lot of small packaged things that that produce a lot of like small package waste. When we have leftover food, we feed our cleaning crew here at school, and we also feed a neighbor down the street that has limited resources. And the food that's wasted by the children that goes into the trash can, we collect also, and we feed our 2 local street dogs, Brown Dog and Lady Dog, who live outside, who've been spayed and neutered, but we feed them the leftovers of our food too, so the rest of the community feeds them too, which is really nice. So we have little food waste in that way. Whenever there is surplus that we can reuse in another meal, we freeze that, and so that gets consumed later in a different meal, but we try for there to be as little food waste as possible.
From watching what these children get to do here, I hope you agree that this is a very special place. There are countless sustainable solutions that can be implemented by households, gardens, and even schools. For now, let's switch gears for a moment and have a sit-down conversation with a very passionate teacher on her philosophy when it comes to educating young children.
They're going to grow up to be the stewards. It's their job in the future to take care of the earth, and so our job right now is to help them fall in love with it so that they'll care about it when they're adults.
Susanne is referring to each and every single one of these young faces. These beautiful children are going to grow up as the stewards of this world. They will be in charge of protecting our planet. In Susanne's classroom, children as young as 3 years old are hands-on with the daily green initiatives. The best part is none of the students are obligated or even asked to participate in the environmental tasks. They simply volunteer and want to do it.
How do we make sure that they are involved? So it's ingrained already in the way that we work with the children. So because they have free choice of work in the classroom, we teach them how to do these things. We teach them, for example, the feeding the worms. I will give a lesson to a group of children on how to do that, and then that work is on the shelf and it's available for anybody to choose to do. And so they themselves decide to participate. Once we introduce them to an activity that's available to them, they choose it themselves. They think it's the coolest. And so we have children every day that will fill up our bird feeders, and that will, when the worm feeding is available, that somebody will choose that work and do it themselves. And so they are participating in all of these aspects.
The children at Beautiful Sun aren't told about their role when it comes to nature and environment, but they live it, and it all comes naturally as part of their everyday school program.
Some people have asked us, why don't you teach more sustainability? Teach it. And so some people have this idea that we have to give lessons about recycling and reducing and reusing and things like that. But instead, what we have tried to do with our age group of children, they're very young, 3 to 6 years old, is that we try to make it a part of their daily school experience. It's a part of what they live here. So sorting their trash, for example, when they finish their fruit at lunch, if they have a piece of fruit peel, it's going to go into the compost bin instead of into the regular trash. And
There's lettuce, pineapple.
Oh, these scraps from the day?
Yeah, and there's carrot peel. Also, there's also orange.
Okay, and where are you going to put it now?
We're gonna put it in the compost.
Compost. Okay, go ahead.
It's heavy.
So they live it, and in their experience of it when they're young, hopefully there is enjoyment and care and love for it, so that they will grow up to be adults who find comfort and love and care for their environment too.
These children are as young as 3 years old and as old as 6 years old. When it comes to nature and environment, there is one important thing to get across to them.
I think that the message at this age, from what I have read about environmental education, at this age what we want is for them to care. We want them to love being outside, that they don't feel afraid of being outside, that they like it, that they like climbing trees, that they like being around plants and running around, and that getting dirty is not a problem. So if they have a sensorial and emotional experience of the outdoors, that will translate, a positive experience of nature as a child will translate as an adult who cares when they are older.
It definitely seems like it's working. This group of children looks like they're having a ton of fun outdoors.
We swing, we climb, we play the sandbox, we play hide and seek.
Do you love being outside?
Yeah,
Yeah, is it fun?
yeah,
Do you love playing outside?
yeah.
Why do you love playing outside?
Because this is our school. We go in the sandbox, we play in little house on the swings, everywhere. Hide and seek.
Susanne goes above and beyond. You've seen a lot into all the green efforts she's put into place for our environment. You've also seen the many special ways she encourages children to love nature. Yet, what I've shown you today is only scratching the surface. For instance, when the school hosts parent night, guests are asked to bring their own plates and silverware from home to avoid using any single-use plastics. She also hosts workshops on sustainability. But the question is, why does she do all of this?
I care. I care. I care about the world. I care about the environment. I'm one of those people who has anxiety about the planet. I consider working with little children and teaching them about these things to be, it's an honor, and I think it's really important work.
My daughter Wesley is lucky enough to go to school here. I continue to be amazed at all the meaningful things that she gets to do on a daily basis. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for on-demand access to all our stories. We post weekly original content about Aruba celebrating the island. Signing off right here at the beautiful Sun Montessori School, I'm Aunt Lou. We'll see you next time.